Hello and welcome to What Culture Gaming. I'm Josh, joined as always by the man who plays everything, Scott Tailford.
Hi.
And have you been playing Sea of Thieves? Because apparently the development was pretty troubled, considering, I would never have imagined that. It's only been in production for 4 years.
Well, there is that. There is one of the, we'll get to this. So basically, the story is that obviously Sea of Thieves released, and to a lot of people, it's a major disappointment because there's just not that much to the quest design and the general progression outside of doing the same set of fetch quests over and over again. And so, over the last few days, a lot of people have been trying to figure that out because Rare's track record is pretty solid, and especially their games across the 90s. They make some of the most characterful and individual games ever made. So it's weird that Sea of Thieves would be this empty thing. And like I said, it makes an incredible first impression. So on Reddit, an ex-art director that worked at Rare last year called Rob Badal basically just took to Reddit and just said, yeah, you guys are all right, and just started listing all the problems that he went through in development. That the team were trying to voice the fact that it felt very repetitive and shallow, and apparently that was knocked back, and that middle management would take forever to greenlight certain changes. And apparently there were only 2 ship models in the whole game, and apparently they took 2 years to get 1 ship model down. He just said he's never worked on a game that took so long to get anything going. And to be honest, that lines up with the general feeling of Sea of Thieves, that there's this great visual presence to it, and it's charming as hell. But the actual meat of what the game is never really comes across. And like I said, there's a whole load of posts that he's been talking about. He pretty much just went on a giant rant. And it's all on there. And he just said that the general vibe that he got during development was that none of the people really knew what they were making outside of he said everyone tried really hard. Obviously, he's not insulting the talent of the people that are there, but there just wasn't a driving vision for it. And that kind of comes across. You get this feeling that it's this pirate simulator, but there's no real addictive gameplay loop. There's not really real any sort of meat and potatoes. There's not any real
I think that even came across, if you haven't played it, I haven't played it yet, but if you were following this game before it came out and looking at the pre-release footage, up until about last year, maybe the year before the push, everyone was wondering, what do you actually do in this game? It looks like a great concept, but it looks empty. And that even came across in the trailers, and then they had one where you actually, killed some skeletons, got some gold, went on your ship, but is that it?
Yeah.
Right.
So I've been going back to it, because obviously we did the first impressions, which was our first impressions, wasn't a review. Nowhere in there did it say it was a review. You in the comments. I know who you are. It's a first impressions, god damn it. Anyway.
It's okay.
It's not okay. And I've been going back to it, because I was somewhere on this high seas is the game, probably. There's probably something out there that's worth finding. And so I've been going back to it every night, a few more hours. I'm on about 10, 12 or something now. And you do the same things over and over again. You take a set of quests from one, I think it's 3 different faction types. I try to take the ones that do the action, because I like the combat a little bit more than just sailing. But yeah, you're either hunting for treasure chests or you're going after specific targets. There is one enemy type. It's a skeleton, and they can look differently. Some of them take more damage, but there's one enemy type. And then,
Alright, there's one enemy type and 2 ship models.
Yes.
Great.
Yep.
Took 4 years.
A little bit. The water looks amazing though.
It does.
The water looks gorgeous. Yeah. And there's one skeleton enemy type. You dig up chests. You have to take them back to your outpost and trade them in for gold. And at any given time, people can raid you and take your stuff. But that's it. That is the game, and there is fun to that, but only for a couple of hours, which was a perfect first impression. That's why I was way more positive on it the first time through.
But this troubled development process isn't sort of new when you're trying to make something new like this, because it is admittedly an original idea. It's a great concept, and we've heard horror stories like this before about Destiny 1. The people who were making that sort of didn't have any idea what they were actually making until the final months of development, and that went on to be a game people liked. Yeah, exactly. Is this gonna enjoy the same success? This is a foundation. It took them a lot of time to get there. Is this a foundation they can build on? Because the director of the higher up in
the main man,
Mr.
Rare himself,
is promised content coming. Is that going to be enough to sort of salvage it?
Well, that's the weird thing, salvage pirate booty. That's the weird thing, because he's called Craig Duncan. He's the studio lead over at Rare, and obviously, like I said, the general fallout across the last few days has been very incendiary. It's been very this thing is $60, £60. Why? Where is the game? Where's the thing that is going to justify 4 years in development and a full price tag? And so he was talking to IGN. And he said that as a studio, they want to be very reactive to the ongoing community. And he said, they think of it as like a platform, and they want to add stuff to it over time. It's that whole thing, and we've heard that for so many. I know every single game from the last 2 years. And that seems to be the way that they're going, and it's that could be fine, but you need a way more solid foundation of gameplay loops and things to do.
Okay.
There's something about Sea of Thieves that is so lush and inviting and charming. I keep going back to it because I do like being on the high seas. I do like being in that world, but you can't get away from the naked reality that there is not much to do mechanically.
Okay.
Other than like there's the cool way that you sail the ships around, and it feels good to hang out as a bunch of people all moving the sails and shipping, and plot the course for east and watch out for the pirate ship on the horizon. Like that stuff's cool, but it's not a full game. Like Forbes were incredibly harsh. They were like, Sea of Thieves is no more than 5 or 10% of a full game. Wow. And I'm like, man, like we've got some takes, but that's like cutting. I would say more like 30% of a full game, or maybe more than that. But
Scott takes me now.
It's but basically, it just it seems like the game has launched in a state that the Badal's comments on Reddit, or as someone who worked on the project, do line up. And it kind of all makes it make sense.
Potentially the question is there then, like I know you like No Man's Sky, you like it at launch, you like it.
I'm the only one.
You're the only person in the galaxy, oddly enough, who likes No Man's Sky.
Hells yeah.
They improved on the foundation, but by the time they got to the point where that was a fully fledged game and sort of what they promised, nobody cared. Is there the risk that people are going to jump ship?
On
Sea of
bloody
Thieves,
hell.
And then, when Rare do finally give us the game we were supposed to get, will people come back?
Well, I mean, looking at the general numbers on Twitch, and a lot of people got the Xbox Game Pass for free. I know I did to try it out. But on the launch day, it was Twitch's #1 viewed game for that first night, and it does seem to be one of the most stream happy kind of games. Yeah. It's like a good entertaining personality can have a lot of fun with the sandboxy elements that are there. And even when I've been roaming with other players, sinking other people's ships and stealing their stuff, even though it sucks when it happens to you, is therefore fun when you do it to someone else. So there are elements there. But it just needs more to it. It needs a quest structure. It needs a progression.
So yeah, I want this to succeed. Despite the troubled development, I want this to do well because I think it's such a great idea. But what do you guys think? Are you enjoying Sea of Thieves? Let me know in the comments. As always, I've been Josh.
I'm Scott.
You've been watching What Culture, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.